Okay, so a little fun fact about this movie. This was actually directed by a woman named Zelda Williams, who was actually Robin Williams' daughter. And once I found that out, I immediately put the pieces together to the puzzle of why the main character's name was Lisa Swallows. I think she 100% knew what she was doing with that, and she 1,000% has her dad's humor. If they would have named it Lisa Swallows, it would have been a whole nother movie we would have been watching there. We probably wouldn't have been able to access this in the movie theaters. It probably would have just been only able to be accessed on our phones or laptops. So thank you for going with Lisa Frankenstein. But Lisa Swallows made me laugh a lot in that movie, so I appreciate that. And without further ado, guys, this is Lisa Frankenstein. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review for Lisa Frankenstein, starring Kathryn Newton, Cole Sprouse, Carla Gugino, and Liza Soberano, I believe her name is, or Soberano? Yeah, Soberano. And our story basically follows a girl who is an outcast, hugely misunderstood, or misunderstood in quotations. That just really means she's weird, but there's nothing wrong with being a weirdo, because rather you be your weird little self than be a fake cool kid. But regardless, look, we are following a teenager's journey who... She hangs out in graveyards and just so happens to one night after a bad storm and a lightning strike brings back one of the graveyards that she's been attached to, that zombie who was in that grave, Cole Sprouse, comes to her house and basically wants to be put back together, and him and Kathryn Newton embark on a very strange and weird murderous journey in order to put his parts back together. And this is basically a very strange Disney Channel original movie twist on the Frankenstein story, and that's the best way I can describe the plot, because there's really no point into getting into crazy details. And the reason I call it a Disney Channel original movie twisted type movie is because, honestly, if it wasn't for the Halloween Towns, the Twitches, the Phantom of the Megaplex, which is a huge throwback, Don't Look Under the Bed, if it wasn't for movies like that, I don't think I would have enjoyed this movie as much as I actually did. Like, when I walked into this movie, I was not really expecting much. I didn't think it was going to necessarily be bad, but I didn't think it was going to be good. I didn't know what really to expect from this movie whatsoever. But as the movie progressed, and as I started to really get invested into the plot, or at least I was being very thoroughly entertained by the plot and the characters, I truly found myself enjoying this weird ass movie. And like I said, there is nothing wrong with being weird. I truly found myself actually empathizing and kind of resembling myself a little bit to Kathryn Newton's character, just because she lives in her own weird little world and she doesn't really do it, and she kind of does it unapologetically. And as the movie progresses, she gets a lot more confident in who she is, and she is going on this murderous rampage, which I don't think it's in the plot. Murderous rampage, it's in the plot synopsis on IMDb and on Google. So, and honestly, I didn't really know that they were actually killing people in this movie, but it's in the trailer. I definitely went to go look. So I mean, hey, I just missed that. But look, she gets a lot more confident throughout the film, and I just loved how honestly amazing Kathryn Newton was. She honestly shocked me. Kathryn Newton to me was never a bad actress or anything, but I know she got a really bad rep after Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Although there are a million things wrong with that movie, she just so happens to be one of them, kind of, sorta. But in this movie here, she really gets an opportunity to shine and just show off in this weird, zany, strange world that Zelda Williams created, and I adored it. Like I said, if it wasn't for the Halloween Town, the Twitches, Phantom of the Megaplex, Don't Look Under the Bed, all those weird Disney Channel original movie Halloween movies that I saw as a kid, I truly don't think I would have enjoyed this as much as I did. 20 minutes into this movie, you'll either know if you're going to enjoy the weird shit that's about to happen in this movie, or you're really just going to be checked out of this and be like, okay, what the heck am I watching? But honestly, I really didn't expect myself to like this movie as much as I did. It was really good. It was thoroughly entertaining. It was hilarious. I loved how funny it was. And like I said, huge credit to Zelda Williams in this film, because I know she had to do with a lot of it. There's also a writer, Diablo Cody, who's been getting huge... the writer, Diablo Cody's been getting huge credits throughout, honestly, some reviews that I've been seeing on social media. And like I said, the movie's hilarious, so shout out to him as well. Look, I liked Cole Sprouse as well. Cole Sprouse did a very good job as this zombie. I loved watching him and Kathryn Newton's relationship build throughout the film. I loved watching those two just be just the most weirdest odd couple in the world, and just Cole's facial expressions are really funny. He played the role very well, and like I said, Catherine Newton to me was the biggest standout of this whole thing. She was just a scene presence. She was a big presence on screen. She was just, honestly, the whole movie is set in the 80s, and just her hair is huge. She just has so many out of this world outfits, or just, you know, she just does things, like I said, to unapologetically be herself in this film, or her character's self, however you want to put that. And I loved it. I loved it so much. I thought it was so much fun. Carla Gugino's in this movie as well. I absolutely adore that woman. She plays a very bitchy character in this film, but she plays it so well that I was like, God, I really don't like her character, but I know she's supposed to be this kind of way, and she does it so well, just like she does in a lot of her roles. Plays her roles very well. She doesn't play a bitchy person in a lot of her roles, but in this one, she just so happened to be, and she wasn't the nicest person in the world. Also, I want to do a huge shout out to, I don't know the actor's name, but the guy who plays Mike's dad in Stranger Things. He's in this movie, and he's absolutely hysterical. The dude, and he's honestly really playing the same character he's playing in Stranger Things. He's just playing the nonchalant dad, but he plays that role so well. It's just so funny, and for whatever reason, this movie worked for me. I can definitely see if a lot of people aren't going to like this movie, if a lot of people aren't going to really try to give this movie the time of day that it honestly, in my opinion, deserves. But I truly recommend you check out Warm Bodies first. And if you watch Warm Bodies and you like that movie, which honestly, Warm Bodies is a lot better than this movie, but I mean, if you like, it's in the same room, or the same realm of kind of a movie. But if you like Warm Bodies, then you'll definitely, I think you'll like this movie. Like, this movie's this movie's a lot weirder than Warm Bodies. But I mean, it's like I said, it's kind of in the same realm of the same movie. But I mean, look, it's truly a movie that I think, if you're, like I said, you're going to know pretty early if you're going to like it. It's just, for me, I was kind of just very surprised at how much fun I was actually having in this movie. I wasn't expecting to really like these characters and this plot and just what was going on as much as I did. But there were some moments in the movie that had me shocked. There were some moments in the movie that had me dying of laughter. There were some moments in the movie that kind of had me emotionally root for Catherine Newton's character, because, like I said, it had me empathizing and resembling with her character a lot, because I can relate to being the weirdo, being the standout or the outcast in school. Like, I wasn't necessarily bullied a lot. I'm not going to go down my backstory and stuff like that, but loving movies the way I did and just being so wacky and zany sometimes, you know, I was always looked at pretty weird. But Catherine Newton plays her role so very well, and I absolutely adored her so very much. As far as what I didn't like about the film, honestly, there's not much. Like I said, it's just some moments in the film are like very weird, and honestly, you're going to know very early whether you're going to buy into the weirdness and silliness of this movie, or you're going to check out. It's very simple. Like I said, 20 minutes in, you are either going to know if you are all in for this ride, or if you're just going to check out and just sit there and finish the film itself because somebody else took you, or if you're by yourself, hopefully you don't walk out, because it's not really a movie you should walk out on. But it's just, this movie's getting a lot of mixed reviews, so I'm not necessarily sure which side of the fence anybody's going to be on. But as far as the side of the fence I'm on, had a damn good time with this movie. And honestly, for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Lisa Frankenstein a 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, so Lisa Frankenstein, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I already said that, but I just want to keep thanking you guys because you guys are freaking awesome. I appreciate it so very much. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below your thoughts on the movie, comment your thoughts on Catherine Newton, Cole Sprouse, just the whole kit and caboodle, as they say. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Sorry for saying that so much. You guys are just amazing, so I just got to keep making sure I thank you guys. Look, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. I really do appreciate it, guys. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.